June 28, 1914. In the quiet streets of Sarajevo, crowds gathered to watch a royal motorcade pass through the city. Flags waved, soldiers stood at attention, and citizens waited for a glimpse of visiting royalty. But within the next hour, 2 gunshots would echo through the streets, shots that would ignite a global conflict and change the course of history. Those shots would trigger World War I. In the early 20th century, Europe was a continent full of tension. Powerful empires dominated the map, including the Austro-Hungarian Empire, the German Empire, the Russian Empire, and the Ottoman Empire. These empires competed for power, territory, and influence. Nationalist movements were growing stronger, especially in the Balkan region, where many ethnic groups wanted independence. One of the most unstable areas in Europe was Bosnia. In 1908, Bosnia was annexed by the Austro-Hungarian Empire, a decision that angered neighboring Serbia, which wanted the region to join a future Slavic state. This rivalry would soon become explosive. On June 28, 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, the heir to the throne of Austria-Hungary, arrived in Sarajevo. He was accompanied by his wife, Sophie, Duchess of Hohenberg. Their visit was meant to demonstrate imperial authority over the region, but for nationalist groups who opposed Austro-Hungarian rule, the visit was seen as an opportunity. A group of young conspirators had prepared an assassination attempt along the motorcade route. Among the conspirators was a 19-year-old Bosnian Serb named Gavrilo Princip. He was connected to a secret revolutionary network linked with the Serbian nationalist organization known as the Black Hand. Their goal was simple: strike a blow against the Austro-Hungarian Empire and inspire a nationalist uprising. Several assassins positioned themselves along the route where the Archduke's car would pass. They carried pistols, bombs, and cyanide capsules. But the plan did not unfold as expected. As the motorcade moved through the streets of Sarajevo, one conspirator threw a bomb toward the Archduke's car, but the driver accelerated just in time. The bomb bounced off the car and exploded behind the motorcade, injuring several people. The Archduke survived the attack. Authorities quickly arrested the bomber, and the remaining conspirators assumed the mission had failed, but fate had other plans. After the bombing, Archduke Franz Ferdinand decided to visit the injured soldiers in a hospital. However, during the drive, the motorcade driver made a wrong turn into a narrow street. The car slowed to reverse, and by pure coincidence, the vehicle stopped only a few meters away from Gavrilo Princip, who had been standing outside a cafe. Suddenly, the target was directly in front of him. Princip stepped forward, pulled out his pistol, and fired 2 shots. One bullet struck Archduke Franz Ferdinand. The other struck his wife, Sophie. Both were mortally wounded and died shortly afterward. The assassination shocked Europe. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia for supporting the conspirators. 1 month later, Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia. But Europe was bound together by complex military alliances. Germany supported Austria-Hungary. Russia mobilized to defend Serbia. Soon, France and the United Kingdom joined the conflict. Within weeks, a regional dispute had escalated into a global war. World War I lasted from 1914 to 1918. It introduced new and terrifying technologies: machine guns, tanks, submarines, and chemical weapons. Millions of soldiers fought in brutal trench warfare across Europe. By the end of the war, more than 16 million people had died. Entire empires collapsed, including the Ottoman Empire, the German Empire, and the The peace treaty that ended the war, the Treaty of Versailles, imposed harsh penalties on Germany. Many historians believe these conditions helped create the tensions that later led to World War II. All of it can be traced back to one moment in Sarajevo. History often turns on unexpected moments. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand lasted only seconds, but those few seconds triggered events that reshaped the modern world. 2 gunshots in Sarajevo set off a chain reaction that changed the fate of nations and the lives of millions.